Okay, I'd like to introduce myself first. My name is Corey Smith. This is going to be an informative speech on social networking and communication online. I chose this subject because I use it a lot. I use it every day pretty much, and I think it's revolutionary in communication aspect. I think that we can all benefit from it. We all benefit from it, and whether we admit it or not, we're probably on it pretty much every day. So um, I'm going to take you through a little bit of the past, where it came from, positive and negative of what we're at today, and a little look into the future. And then along that, I'm going to kind of input a little bit of security risks, just kind of give you an informative speech on it, but a shortened version because we know it's so expansive. So this will be a little condensed mini version of social networking online. What I want to tell you first to start out with is where we came from. The social aspect of communicating online is so popular, it's exploded. But this has just been since the past decade. What originated as the internet and actual little communication was started with the government and research scientists back in 1969 in September, I believe it was, and they started out conducting research projects, stuff government officials and scientists do, and they began. It was ARPA. It starts ARPA. It stands for Advanced Research Projects Agency. They formed a ARPA net, which is just their same agency with a little net added on for the internet. And they, simple as that. They wanted to share their information, share their research and all their findings, but not have to be, in that same location at the same time. And so they shared their information. They had this on this little secure network as the initial start. And they were able to communicate and send emails and update their information, and it really saved time, and it helped, and it was really easy and accessible, and they used it all the time, and that's where it originated. So, and it didn't start on actually the initial society as a whole didn't really catch on to it until like 2004, and that's when like three social sites really exploded, and that was Friendster, Bebo, and MySpace. MySpace is still around today. Friendster, not so much, and Bebo is, it's no longer in existence. But the reason why this happens is because we are in a Web 2.0 format when we're on a social network online. And this Web 2.0 format is a platform style. So we fuel these sites, we fuel the information, we fuel the popularity of it. And so the more we log on to these sites, the more we set up profiles and share information, the longer these sites are going to be around. The more we take away and we go to other sites, we don't log on to these sites, they're just going to dissipate and die, and that's what happens. And that's just the evolving the way that evolution of these sites. So that's why Friendster and Bebo is no longer around, but MySpace and Twitter now is popular, but it's a texting. It's become so popular, I believe, because we all have phones we carry around. They're like our second brain, pretty much. And so we carry them around everywhere we go. And, if we had a laptop in our pocket, we'd probably do the same thing. And so that's why most phones now have laptops on it and have their sites on there. So people just Twitter and instant message is why it's become so popular, and it's just right in our fingertips. But social networking and communicating is since 2004 has really it's continued to grow. It's continually becoming popular, and it's not just with people my age or people that are familiar with computers. Older adults, like my parents and stuff, they're becoming more and more. They're making their own sites. They're sharing their own communities. It's a total package. I mean, there's every group. There's no segregating of ages or anything. It's all everyone's catching onto the internet and the communication aspect of it. I mean, there's applications that we use it. We entertain. We go on there mainly for entertainment, I think. Everything we do online, it's kind of fun. It's interesting. It's like, wow, there's so much we can do. We're sitting in our house, but we can talk to someone in a different country, or we can shop, or we can, check out the news and stuff, all while we're sitting in our, sitting our lazy butts in our own house, so to speak. So, I mean, I think it's great. It's awesome. It's providing a lot of different job opportunities. We can look for jobs actually even online, and that's actually really popular right now, considering it's hard to find a job if you don't have one, and the economy and everything. But with that said, after knowing a little bit about where we came from and how it's just been in this past decade that the internet's been so popular, I want to go over briefly of the applications that we use it for. So entertainment I mentioned, and there's education is why I'm doing this whole speech in the first place, is because of an online class. And there's a lot of colleges that are developing and popping up and that are actually highly recommended and actually pay more in the long run for a degree if you learn it online. I don't understand that, but it works that way, you know. A lot of communication or computer-based classes and stuff, and universities are taking part in that too and providing online classes too. It's more of a convenience factor, and that's what we're all about nowadays, is convenience. And with that, there's also the news and government. News, yo, geez, weather. You know, you're traveling, you gotta find the weather somewhere. You're going to, you know, North Dakota or something. It's pretty cold there, and you want to make sure that you got the right clothes. So you hop online and you check out the weather and stuff. Really, really easy, really awesome, really cool. You can even check it out for the week. And other news, there's for instance, like mass murder or something, or serial killer might be in your area. The news, if you go onto a site, your news station, they're going to have it advertised if you've got to be locking your doors at night and stuff. So that's really cool too. So, and then there's the government. The government has always used it, always is pretty much the originator of social networking and the internet in itself, but they are finding new ways of, you know, tracking down criminals and getting into information that they get from other companies that are working with them, and they can track down these identity theft people that are going online and posting, hacking, and taking all your information because they think it's fun and cool and it's something that they can get, you know, quick money and whatever. So the government's finding good ways of tracking them down through the online and through information gathered from other businesses and stuff, which is awesome. And it's a good way to track down a lot of bad people that shouldn't be doing what they're doing and making it unsafe for others to enjoy the internet and all it has to offer. There's the last and final, like foremost, and one of the most popular applications is business. And business is really, it's really just taken off. Businesses are finding the best ways to market, advertise, promote their own products, information. They're finding intuitive ways of getting to the customers that they would have never been able to even think about. You know, it's all through emails and through advertisements online. Because as soon as you open up, you know, your computer, you go into your search engine, a Yahoo, for instance, an MSN or Google, you get that boop, 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 pop up, bling, bling of advertisement. Usually businesses promoting their products. It gets annoying after a while, but, you know, there's other ways that they can do it to make it less agitating for the user. But that still is getting your name out there, like Geico commercials. Come on, who doesn't know Geico commercial because of the annoyance of it and the widely advertised use of it? So the internet's it's going to be around for a while, I think, and I'm glad for it. I think it's very awesome, or it's very useful. It's worldwide used, and it's just amazing that we can do so much and have so much information access readily available anytime we want. 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. It doesn't matter. We got it under control. Like, we can find out whatever we need to find out, and find out if it's a reliable source, all within seconds, and it's awesome. I also want to show you this little clip. There's a site. It's called Internet Evolution. It's revolutionary, you know, revolutionary. Well, anyways, it's about Rwanda, not Cambodia, Rwanda, and how they were a genocide country in 1994, and now they're really grasping the internet, and they're able to have broadband there in that country, and it's improving their lives. It's improving education, giving younger people like opportunities that they would have never had before. It's really awesome, and I want to show it to you. I think I might have it on another clip on another. I've done this so many times, this recording, so I should be able to get it down this time. And the Internet Evolution is right here. I'm going to go ahead and show you. It's just a little clip. I'm going to kind of break it up a little bit for you. And it's by, hold on 1 second, I'm going to get this. Here we go. Steve Saunders, I'm sorry. And here's this. Here we go. Ready? This is the Minister of Technology.
Because we have the connectivity to the sea,